Welcome to the channel, everybody. So I want to talk to you about what it takes to grind your team up, continue improving, and get ready for a new promo. So you see here, I got my rewards upgrade. I finished everything for the week, right? In the process, I actually got promoted from Division 3 to Division 2. A little background, I stopped playing the game for months before the patch. The game was in the gutter. I couldn't do it anymore. So when I came back, my team was way behind the power curve. And on top of that, I had to essentially learn a new game. I hadn't played FC for months. Now they essentially change it up. But they change it for the better. So I was enjoying the process. I'm still enjoying the process of getting better at the game. I came in at Division 5. I'm playing UFL still, so I'm only doing this part-time, and I've already gone from almost no coins to a team way behind the power curve, right? And now I have over 1 million coins. I have an excellent team, and I am doing great in rivals and champs and all of it. All of this in just a few short weeks. So, first, on the menu side of it, how did I get so many coins so quickly, especially playing the game part-time? What would it be equivalent to maybe a week and a half of playing? Well, I'll tell you how. I went from this number to this number in just 1 week of Rivals rewards. So again, playing the game just part-time, I go either on Wednesday or Tuesday and Wednesday, and I grind out however many wins I need to get the rewards of the rewards upgrade, and then I get boosted like this. On top of that, I'm saving my coins up by using evolutions. As you see here, I have a team full of mainly evolved players. On my bench, you see players that I've packed, also players that I've involved. Obviously, they gave us the free Zidane. And then in my starting lineup, Butragueño was a reward from my 12-win champs last week. Then I got Waneri, obviously the Future Stars Academy Evo that they gave us. Chiesa, Evo. Matuidi, Pedri, Zambrotta, all Evos. Robertson, Evo. Gay, Evo. They were either free Evos or they were cards that I purchased and then did the Evo because it was well worth it with the boost. Those are the types of things you have to weigh out. I've already talked about that in previous videos. If you haven't checked those out, check out how to take advantage of evolutions and stay on top of them so it's not confusing. For many people, this can be overwhelming. I simplified in those videos. I tell you how to stay on top of it in a very easy process. With that being said, this is what allowed me to save my coins. So then, even though I'm not playing and grinding as much as many other players, even though I took months off of the game and I'm way behind the power curve compared to other players, I use this simple process to boost up players I already had in my team with evolutions, save my coins in the process, and then I was smart about who I purchased. Not to mention, some of these loan players that they're giving are ridiculously good. So, what did I do? Well, we have this new promo coming up. Maradona is being re-released. A new incredible Dybala card. This grassroots promo looks incredible. A lot of players are going to go down in price, right? Because everyone's looking at the new players. Any type of promo that's coming out, when you do have players that are tradable, unless it's special circumstances where for whatever reason those players may be linked to other players coming in a promo or something, sell those players. You can always rebuy them after. Finish up your champs weekend, go into the next week, finish up your rivals, whether you're going for a regular rewards upgrade, the regular rewards or the rewards upgrade, and then sell any tradable players that you have, rebuy them later, right? And just see how the grind goes. If you can do without any tradable players in that weekend's champs, do it. For instance, me, I had center back Laura Georges. At Cam, I had Wayne Rooney, both tradable. I know the grassroots promo's coming up, so I have this incredible Figo card for loan from an objective. I sell Rooney. I have Figo, right? So I still have a great Cam. And then at center back, I have Stones, who's an excellent center back. So now all my coins are saved up, ready to go in case there's any great players or in case there's players that I've been eyeing that drop because of the new promo. And then I continue on like that. It's the most simple process there is. Now, I play this on top of another game on top of doing content, right? So you can absolutely do this. You see here, it's the same 4213 from the tactics video I released. You can go check that out. And I have some amazing highlights with this team. which we can check out as I talk to you about the most important thing that I'm trying to get across. Many players, when I was over at UFL, that also left the game because, let's be honest, it was in the gutter. I mean, that's not an opinion, that's a fact. Now, some players just stuck around with FC because that's all they know. They wouldn't give another game a chance no matter what. That's fine. For you players, it's still the same thing, though. Just because you stuck around doesn't mean you don't get overwhelmed at times, doesn't mean you don't make mistakes, putting your own money into the game, going after SBCs that you shouldn't, buying new players just out of fear of missing out or just because you're not aware of how the market works. So then every time you go to a new promo, you see a player you want, you go overspend, they crash, and now you lost all those coins that you worked hard for. So I want to help you guys get rid of either A, that overwhelming feeling, that stressful feeling if you're one of those players that just feels like you can't keep up with the game, with all the content, all the evos, everything else. I want to help you out. And for those players who stick around with the game but are always stressed out because you're losing coins constantly, making bad purchases, there's a way out of it. You have to get organized for one. Simplify everything. It doesn't mean that it has to take all day and night. Like I said, I don't even only play this game. I play UFL as well. And I have a life outside of this. I'm not a full-time streamer, not to mention full-time content creator. So I stream, content create, play 2 football games, and then I work as well as many of you guys. So it's not like I can sit all day like a lot of content creators, and I don't want any of you to think that, because then of course it would be easy for me to sit here and say you don't need to be stressed out. I work as well. But I simplify everything. Each day, I know that I'm going to get on my companion app, right? And after the noon drop, in where I live, it's noon with the new content drop. I see what's up. I check my foot bin, right? I check all the new players out, make sure I don't miss any as I'm scanning through the companion app. Then I check FootShare for any leaks. That's an important one. Find out which app works for you. There's many of them across all the different social media. You go there, you scroll down, literally takes 10 seconds. You see any new SBCs, any new players coming. Now that's just part of how it is nowadays. You don't want to miss out on some of these leaks. So that's a must-have in your routine. Check the FootShare for any other app for leaks. Check your companion app, as well as a Footbin or any other app like that, so you can kind of scan the new players, the new evos, the new SBCs, see anything you want to do, any players you want to check out, and then make sure that you're keeping your team up to date with the evo part. That's super huge. Go through each of your players, from goalie to striker, striker to goalie, on the bench even, and any players that you really want to keep in your squad that are starting to fall behind the power curve. Check out any evos that are potentially leaked, that are coming, that fit that player. Or if you want to even simplify it more, when you're in the companion app, you just click through each evolution, go to preview player, and it will show you the players in your squad that can fit those. Every day you do that, it takes literally let's just say a minute, right? Sometimes it takes less to click through preview player, and you see any players that fit. And then you decide if you want to do that Evo. If it's a free Evo, you have to decide, is it worth it, or maybe wait for a better Evo to come. If it's worth it, put the player in the Evo. Then you just do those challenges and you get an upgraded player. If it's a Evo that costs some coins, right, you just decide if the upgrades are worth the coins. Plenty of them are, plenty of them aren't. It's just pretty much what you want to see out of that player. You can make that decision, and that will help you keep players in your team for longer. You've seen all of the Evos in my team. You see the highlights of many of these players playing in Division 2, grinding up, winning most every game, going to champs, getting 12, 13 wins. I started off literally with many of these players before all the Evos were done, getting 7 wins. I was literally in the negative when I came back to FC. So just within a few short weeks, like I said, what totals to be like a week and a half of games compared to like the average amount of games many players play. Now, truly, it's been like, a month, a little over a month, but I'm talking with playing UFL as well, with content, with everything else, about a week and a half worth of games on average compared to what other players are playing, and this is what I was able to do. That's how much I was able to change from 7 wins to start, learning the game as I go, because the post patch is totally different, taking players that are behind the curve, getting them up to the power curve or past it, right? Being able to save enough coins to go from 0 to 1.1 million to now being ready for a new promo where I honestly could go out and get a top player for the right price. Or if this new promo drops other players I've been eyeing, I could get a player or two very good players while having a team full of, great players now. I did all that with $0 of my own money put in, so I wanted you guys to take note of that because there's a lot of players that get overwhelmed and just throw money in and think that's going to solve everything, and it doesn't, right? You do not need to throw 1 cent extra into this game. You just get a routine, keep on top of the Evos, and follow that routine, make smart purchases, right? Don't go rushing into a new promo and go buy this shiny new player. Right? Look at the other players that are similar whose price probably dropped because of the new promo, right? If you are eyeing a player and you just got to have him from a new promo, be patient and wait for that price to drop, okay? Not to mention, as you're going, you're adding up packs, you're getting fodder, and there's a ton of great SBCs now. The post-patch didn't just fix, as you see, if you haven't played FC in a while, it's been incredible. Like, the change in the gameplay has been incredible. So now it's fun. But guess what? The menu grind has changed too. It is a lot more fun. It's not to the point where you have to sit there and do it. Like I said, if you just keep track of the Evos, which only serves to help you because you can improve your players, right? So it's worth keeping track of that. You don't even have to worry about looking at SBCs or any of the new promos. You can literally keep your team going just by clicking through preview player on each Evo and then seeing which upgrades you want to do for your player as evolutions come out almost daily, right? You don't even have to worry about promos or anything. There's enough Evos that come out that you can upgrade the players you have, and then as you pack players from rewards, right, you're going to get some good players to add to Evos or to add up and go do some simple SBCs. I'm talking the 83 times 10s. I'm talking the campaign player picks or whatever. As you gain fodder, you're going to have enough to do these. Then maybe you add up enough where you decide to take advantage of a lottery pick, right? And see if you can get some where if you lose the fodder, it's no big deal. You have a lot saved up. Now, there's a lot of players that do these. There's a lot of players that will not touch the lottery picks because it's almost like real life lottery. Like, you're far too likely to lose. It's not even worth $1 on it, right? And I'm talking real life lottery. So in game terms, it would be the equivalent of saying your fodder's not even worth the chance because the players are almost always bad in like the icon lottery picks or heroes. Now, there is some truth to that, but that's what you have to decide. Do you want to save your fodder up for an actual player? Do you want to decide to save up enough and go, okay, I'm going to do one lottery pick like a month? Whatever you decide on that, or I'm never going to touch them. I'm only going to do like the 83 times 10s. Hopefully I get a good player here and there. If not, I'll keep getting fodder, keep getting higher up, higher caliber fodder. Then I'll do like the Pedri release, or there's Goretzka release, or Kimmich, or whoever, those type of players. Or you save up and do the big time expensive ones like your Mbappe player of the month or some top icon. Right now there's a Pirlo. Obviously Mbappe is way higher than Pirlo, but you get my point. You can go any of those routes and get like a regular type of player, or you can get that top icon or like an Mbappe and just save for that one really good SBC. These are all things that you can decide based on the time you have, but even if you don't have much time, if you're grinding the game out, no matter how much you play, and you're just saving fodder, saving coins, it's going to work out for you. The only thing you'd really have to add if you don't want to put much time into the menus is I urge you to check the evolutions by just clicking through preview player, clicking through the next evolution, preview player, because you can easily just by playing the game get these players upgraded. Why wouldn't you do that? All you have to do is a couple clicks and you can play the game and turn a player into an even better player out on the field. It's only going to help you. So I just wanted to make sure I go over that. It's not hard to compete in this game. It's not hard to compete at the highest level. As I continue to grind up, you'll see when I end up in the elite division, you'll see when I'm playing the top players, the top teams. I face them now too. I mean, I'm facing all Team of the Year teams, Team of the Year players mixed with certain icons. I'm playing those crazy good teams still, mixed in with some regular teams that are still above me though, right? You'll have your Mbappe and your Vinny thrown in with some regular players, but because of my Evos, right, because of my saving up coins, I'm getting more and more competitive on the team front, and then ultimately it's about your skill on the sticks, right? So this kind of method I'm talking about goes from if you're someone who took months off the game and did the same as me, either not playing at all or playing UFL, and now you're coming back and you want to get from Division 7 because you haven't played the game in a while to Division 4. Or maybe you just bought the game after the patch because you finally seen that it was good, you've heard how good it was, and you're starting all the way from scratch, Division 10, starter team. You can still do it. You just would add in a little bit of squad battles grind maybe, and then take your lower rated team. Yeah, you might struggle at first, but you're learning the new game as you go. Like I said, I went in as a negative champs player. I started from scratch post-patch, just out of nowhere, hearing about how good it was, and went in and tested out the new patch in champs. Went 7-8. Literally, from there, I just kept building, learning the game, having fun, could care less about wins and losses. And as I'm building my team, and I realized like how the game's operating, and I can finally actually compete, now it's even more fun. But I was having fun all along the way. You don't have to just come in and win right away. You don't have to just come in and see a team you're playing against has all these Team of the Years and just give up. You can build your team up. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the process. You can, no matter how much you think you're not good at the game when you first try this new patch, you can catch up. You can learn it quickly, right? You gotta find enjoyment of the process of improving, not just on the sticks, but improving your team as well. Don't let it get to a point where you're overwhelmed or stressed out. At that point, it's not even worth playing anymore. Take it down to a notch where it's manageable, right? Where you are enjoying it. Each person controls that themselves. Yes, we're all competitors, but like I said, enjoy the process. Part of that process is improving, which means you're going to lose sometimes. Not even just lose, you're going to get your butt kicked bad sometimes. Again, it's part of it. You don't have to like the loss, but just move on. Don't put the sticks on and say, oh, well, they had Mbappe, I'll never catch up, or they had so-and-so. As you get better skill-wise, that will even everything out, especially as you add these simple little steps in. Keep up with whatever you're able to keep up with content-wise, right? At the very least, just check into evolutions, click through, see which players fit. You will be fine. I promise you. Leave in the comments if you're one of these types of players. I would love to continue to help you. And keep grinding. Keep having fun. That's the most important part with any game you play. If you're not having fun, it's not worth it. See you next time. Peace out.